Believable. What it do, Ski? It's your boy Farewell, and today I'm here with my reaction video to Stargate SG-1. Last episode, Michael Shanks had some visions. He got the answers. He got too much. He got too much power. I actually thought it was a nice, fun episode of the show to see a what-if story if Michael Shanks, if Daniel sort of fell into his corruption. He went full DD. Well, he got the DD and then went full DD. And then sort of turned into this. There was a vision of him like being like in a full-on ghoul armor, similar to the sarcophagus, where it sort of messes you up as you use it more often. I guess he just sort of got corrupt or fell into his darker tendencies. Let's just dive right into episode 18. So as always, if you enjoyed this video, then definitely be sure to smack that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. But with that being said, love you. Leave a like if you like, subscribe if you haven't already. And what's poppin', Jack?
Give this to Daniel, will you? We had a bet.
Newbie?
Okay, you don't want to tell me what the bet is? That's fine.
Good.
Alright, you're letting a secret message, and I'm not too sure who this gentleman is. It's very tense.
You might want some time off yourself by now.
Oh, I do, but Daniel says of all the... That was the bet, whether or not I'd go.
Hey, what the hell? Yeah, okay, this guy is... Wait, did he just off himself? I'm confused, because I couldn't tell. Obviously, the cloud comes out. I don't know if he timed it, but the look of it, was he trying to commit suicide? I don't know. I'm refrain from commenting until I figure it out. What the fuck? Well, actually, they were talking about time off. Maybe they're too stressed. I don't know. It's kind of nutty. All right, let's see what's popping today, SG fam. The light. Yeah,
Amazing
okay.
Barber is dead.
Yeah, damn, fuck.
Did Lieutenant Barber show any signs of depression while on the mission?
What was he doing?
Awaiting the results of a translation.
You're asking me if he was suicidal. He wasn't. He was fine.
You don't know?
Did anybody talk to him or like?
Were there any signs of recent Goa'uld activity?
No, I'm pretty sure that no one had been there for hundreds of years. Projected this light matrix hologram onto the ceiling, and it was absolutely stunning.
So did you
Kind of like
scan
a
it?
Goa'uld handheld computer.
This episode called The Light, though. It's kind of weird.
Did you watch it?
A digital recording. I've discovered a figure moving in the background. Does not appear to be one of our personnel.
What is wrong with this thing? I need to go back to the planet and figure out what's going on.
I mean, that's a lot, man. One of their team members just...
Have you slept at all since you
Just off.
returned? SG-1 has been hard at it for weeks, so
Yeah,
you've
y'all need
all at
breaks.
least had a night. This letter is to Lieutenant Barber's family, explaining that he died in the service of country. I can't tell them anything about how he died, or anything about the work he did here. Only that he's gone. Do you get the point?
Daniel hasn't reported in this morning, sir.
Daniel?
The kettle's going, so he's up.
Daniel? What are you doing out here? Why don't you come inside here? It just goes away. Well, we'll get it back.
You don't even know what I'm talking about.
Come inside.
He's got the answer? And oh my goodness. That's rough, man. Oh my god. Is this some... I don't know if it's
PET
some
scan
cool
reveals that
nonsense?
his neurological remaining members of SG-5 are reporting identical symptoms. Yes, it seems almost certain.
Okay.
Now, they all...
Well, if it's not a disease...
Such a drastic shift in levels is generally drug-induced.
Colonel, until we get a grasp on
General, we saw the shadow on the video. Something or someone is affecting these guys. So we go in Mop 2.
Watch your step.
It's interesting to see them bring up suicide in this show, especially the way that the first guy went out. But this is also seems like we're going with the M. Night Shyamalan route with The Happening, where it's the bees and everyone's just committing suicide. Remember that film? Oh, it's the lights that are causing it. Yeah. I mean, this place does look pretty baller though. Got nice chandeliers. I like the aesthetic of the gold and black. Also, what are the replicators saying? We haven't seen them in a hot minute. Naruto?
It's just
Is that you?
obviously scared to death of us.
Yeah, this kind of does sound like the Akatsuki theme.
I believe this is the room of light of which Daniel Jackson has spoken.
Does it give you like the answer of life and life is meaningless? Therefore, I don't know. That could be this could be a good, very memeable.
Hey!
Teal, are you good?
Let's go.
Why is there like one kid running away from it? Does he know that it's gonna cause him harm? I don't know. Survey says.
Hi. Anyone else live here with you?
Mother and father,
Can you take me to them?
they're not here.
So you're here alone?
It's getting a little creepy now.
Well, we're gonna have to look around a little more. Come on.
I'm really intrigued. I want to know what incarnation is going on. Are the lights just sensory overload and like you'll never be able to feel that level of
This
satisfaction
is Hammond.
and
Come in,
happiness?
Colonel.
We haven't found anything yet, sir, but we've only been at it a few minutes.
It's been well over an hour, Colonel. Jack, I have some bad news.
What?
All of SG-5 are dead.
What the fuck? Yo, Jack, start asking Lauren some questions.
Here are your samples.
Did you get the boys?
Yeah, it's in there.
Get this off to the lab.
I'm a little confused as to why they wouldn't be wearing glasses, UV glasses or something like that, knowing that there's this light. You think they would, right?
So your parents brought you here from another world.
So they came here, then
You hear that like that weird swooshing ambient
If you cannot
sound?
get
to show you something. No, it's not real.
What is outside of here?
Children of the Tari also seem to enjoy colorful weapons that have no function. We do not celebrate the anniversary of one's birth.
No presents?
I am 101 years of age.
Hey.
So when do you turn 102?
In 47 days.
Keep it. It's a birthday present. Well, in 47 days you'll be gone. But keep it.
We're working on the problem, sir.
I don't want excuses.
Sir, I'd like to recheck your dopamine levels.
Yeah, that's what I was getting. Maybe it just, the light takes away, fries your dopamine receptors or something, and you just get really negative.
Let me
and,
find out.
I don't know. And you probably want to restrain them too, like knowing that they all end up either dying through potential suicide or comas or whatnot. You probably just want to restrain them right away in bed. Don't give it a
Actually,
chance.
shortly after your return, neural activity begins to decrease and depression results.
Colonel O'Neill was only on that planet for a little over an hour.
Yes, sir. This addiction appears to be almost instantaneous.
You telling me I'm addicted to that place?
All we can do is hope that your exposure wasn't long enough for your symptoms to get as bad as they did with Daniel and the others.
Great.
Jack, I tried to recall Major Carter or Tilk. They haven't responded.
What's the answer here? Come on, guys, please.
This is exactly what happened to members of SG-5 before they died, so you're gonna have to take them back to the planet.
Carter! Tilk! Where are my friends?
With the light?
Get them for me, will you?
You got it now?
I'm not allowed to go in there.
For God's sake. No, come on. Come on. Out of here. Right now.
Sir, how long were you gone?
A few hours. We're all addicted to something here that alters our brain chemistry. Dollars to donuts, it's that damn light.
Dollars to donuts.
You knew, didn't you?
No.
That's why you're not allowed in there.
Sir, if it's the light itself, then how did Daniel recover just by arriving on the planet?
No, screw it. We're shutting the thing off.
Can we check Daniel?
What are we looking for, sir?
The off switch.
O'Neill!
Damn, that thing's dangerous.
It looks like Thanos is just teleporting in.
Remote computer thing I couldn't make work before.
I'll send it through immediately.
Guys, I figured out how to...
Guys, don't look at the light. Oh, there you go.
How did you do that?
Remote control. Their symbiotes must have kept the host mind chemically balanced once they left.
You just turned it off. How come I'm not getting depressed?
Well, this is not gonna stick, so.
Kid's hiding something.
Oh,
Kill Cutter.
now you get the feeling he's hiding something, Jack? I mean, he's been bad news bears since the 15-minute mark. Look, if I'm the Gould and I know that this will have an effect on the SG team and they're most likely gonna come here, I'd probably weaponize this opium den knowing that it's gonna, you know, negatively impact them. And now we're actually outside.
I'm supposed to accept that? That's the way it's gonna be?
That's the way it is. Carter! You're in withdrawal.
Oh, I'm in withdrawal.
Neil! Major Carter. I believe I have located the parents of Laura.
I'm not walking that off.
That's my mother and father.
You were a lot younger there.
Yeah, there's the time distortion. Is he not real or something? I don't know, dude.
You know, I'm sorry that you can't leave.
Are you? I mean, it makes sense that you'd want some company.
What does he eat?
What's wrong?
We're going through that withdrawal thing again.
I felt fine the whole time you were gone.
Actually, sir, I'm starting to feel myself again. Well, something other than that light must be affecting us.
We're stuck here.
What could it be? The kid, the crystal.
The light isn't what's affecting our minds. It's just something designed to take advantage of the altered state of our brain chemistry. There must be a hidden device.
All right,
He's
Lauren,
caving.
why doesn't this room seem to affect you? Fraser said he's just as addicted as we are. We need to know what this thing does.
When they get back, they'll explain.
They're not coming back. You know that.
They are.
Somebody buried those bodies. Now, how do you shut that thing off? Figure that thing out.
Yes, sir. I killed them.
You did. I find that.
Believable?
What happened?
Yeah, Jack. He caught himself there. He's like, "Meh."
All they would do is stare at that light all day. They just tell me to bring them things. One day I stopped. It was days before their hunger was stronger than the light. Then they came out looking for me, looking for food. And I snuck into the light room and I turned it up. And not just the light, everything. I didn't know that it would hurt them. I just wanted to go home. They were screaming. They ran outside. They didn't make any sense. They were gone.
What do you got?
We think we can turn it off.
If we shut it off cold turkey, Lauren is right. We'd go into withdrawal again. But Teal'c and Daniel have translated some of the writing inside this thing, sir, and we think it was designed to be turned down incrementally.
The ghouls who used this place needed human slaves in order to tend to their needs while they were here.
Within 2 or 3 weeks,
Gotta
your
weed
brain
off of
chemistry
it.
will return to normal. You may then return home.
So, 3 weeks in a palace by the beach.
Monopoly night.
He should return to normal along with the rest of us.
I can go with you.
What? You like ice cream?
What's ice cream?
And that was my reaction video to Stargate SG-1 Season 4, episode number 18. We were taking a good hit of the light here this episode. We were soaking it in. And a couple of things this episode that I actually like. I think the idea of this sort of euphoric light that's sort of causing troubles for the SGC, and they don't know what's going on. Pretty cool idea, and I like the execution of it, ending off with this really sad story with Lauren having, you know, been feeling as if he was responsible for his parents' death, you know, and I think that the interactions there were pretty solid between Jack and him, putting on the Papa O'Neil cap. Now, obviously, they're going through these withdrawals and they're yelling with each other here. I end up just liking this episode. I think the idea of this light room was really great, getting, you know, agitated and not knowing what's going on. And I also liked the actual set design of the room, and there was this sort of aura about the whole story going on here, which led me to be, you know, intrigued and interested as was going on. And by the end of it, I just found it to be fine, and I liked it. A one-off story where we come to this planet, there's something going on. I think it was fine here. The only thing that I think kind of bugged me about this episode, and I can get it because there's a time dilation, you know, time was kind of off. They're staring at the light. They didn't remember what was going on. I didn't buy the fact that they, one, wouldn't quarantine the people right when they come back, since we've done that multiple times. Two, that they wouldn't figure out pretty quickly that the light was the issue. That just doesn't seem, I don't know. I just don't buy into the fact that the SGC at this point, 4 years deep, having experienced everything, would not suspect that. So I think that's just sort of like a minor complaint for me this episode. And then obviously dealing with, you know, the idea of suicide and stuff like that this episode, and then leaning into it being this sort of, you know, opium chamber and being about addictions. I don't know. Part of me feels like it was this sort of mystery episode with this room, the ambient soundtrack, which I really liked. I think the set design for this place was dope, and the lights and them just sort of being fixated on it. It was cool, and I enjoyed it. Then I think there was also this whole other route they could have taken with the withdrawal and them sort of just like, you know, comedic side, but I think that might have been a little bit too clashing. So I just got a bit of everything. That Sam and Jack yelling at each other on the beach a little bit here. Felt like they could have went more with that. I felt like this story for me just fell a little bit short, and it was just an alright episode overall. I did enjoy the mystery going through it this first time. I don't know if I would come back and watch this a second time, if I'm being quite honest. But no big serious intent like the ghouls are behind this to trap them or anything like that. It was just this kid and his mom and dad stumbled upon this room, and they kind of got resulting in him staying there. Yeah. Also, I think it was really great to see. I actually really love the scene with Daniel. Obviously, he was under this sort of influence of what was going on from the light. Seeing our man's, you know, nearly committing suicide was definitely hard to watch. That's how I felt about this. What do you think about this episode? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section down below. Also interesting though is just to hear another way that the Goulds, you know, this puts just another piece of the puzzle. It's just how the empire of the Gould was formed, right? Them having opium rooms for these humans to service them and stuff. I think that's another interesting element to the lore building, I guess. Small little sub story just to, you know, show that. That being said, I will see you all in the next one. Love you guys. Peace.